Welcome, one and all, to the most scariest place in the history of the world, the Cave of Doom. Doom! Of course, most likely the Cave of Doom is a kind of special place where the wind makes everything so scary and everything is spooky. But you'll be surprised how many places have a scary nickname. The Tower of Terror, for example, the Haunted Mansion, the Forbidden Forest, the Place of Unknown, the terrible, terrible terrors. Most of those places are named for a specific reason. They're named that way so that you will be too scared or afraid to go into it. Now, those that are brave and do decide to go into those kind of forests, many have an interesting story to tell, and some never come back. Are you brave enough to venture into places that you are not allowed to? Well, my advice would be it's best to be sure that you're actually allowed to go into the place. I'm not going to encourage you to go into a place that says absolutely strictly forbidden or authorized personnel only. Those kind of places are only there for people with hard hats, and those kind of places are there for people who actually have the authority to go into those areas. I'm talking about places that are spooky. I'm talking about those kind of forbidden places. The Forbidden Forest, for example. Forbidden Forest, for example, in Harry Potter, or the famous Swamp of Doom in some horror stories. And even the Moria, Mines of Moria in Lord of the Rings. Those kind of places have been named specifically because of the idea that you go in and terrible things will happen. But when you go in, are they that scary? Are they named for that specific reason? Or is it a is it a turn away, a sort of disguise to hide a treasure, a sort of unknown? Today's story has a special place where Baloo and the other bears hang out. But they've named their area a Pacific way in order to deter the other animals away. And they've got a good reason too. Today's story is a Jungle Book story, and it's called The Den of Doom. Where are we going, Baloo? Mowgli asked. He and Baloo had been travelling through the jungle for a while now. Have you ever heard of the Den of Doom, man cub? Replied Baloo in a hushed voice. Mowgli gasped. The Den of Doom? They say that the Den of Doom is a giant cave filled with bears who will eat anything or anyone. They say that even Shere Khan is afraid of them, he exclaimed. Mm-hmm, said Baloo. They do say that. They also say that all of the bears in the Den of Doom are over 8 feet tall, that their teeth are green and razor sharp, that their battle cry is so loud that the whales in the ocean hear it and shake with fear. And we're going there? Mowgli squeaked. We can't! Too late, man cub, Baloo said with a grin. We're already here. He picked Mowgli up and strolled right into a thicket. The boy looked around in surprise. Mowgli had expected to see lots of fierce, angry bears. Instead, he saw hundreds of relaxed, happy bears having a really good time. Bears were swimming in a small pond, splashing and laughing. Bears were resting in the cool shadows of the cave. Bears were playing tig out in the clearing, and chomping on piles of ripe, delicious fruit. It was, in short, a bear party. I don't understand, Mowgli said to Baloo. This is the den of doom? Yep, Baloo said happily, grabbing a palm fondue and fanning himself with it. It used to be called the Den of Delights, but we had to change the name. See, everyone in the jungle knew that the Den of Delights was the most fun place around. We bears never turned away anyone from a party. But then it got too crowded, that it just wasn't fun anymore. So we spread a few rumours, changed the name, and presto, it's the Den of Doom. Now, no one bothers us bears anymore. But what about me? Mowgli said anxiously. I'm not a bear. You're an honorary bear, Mowgli, Baloo replied with a smile. You sure have enough fun to be one. So you see, all the Den of Doom really was a name, a phrase. The actual den turned out to be nothing more than a simple party, a load of fun for all bears to be able to play. But when they chose to share their fun out, they realised that the fun was being compromised. So they changed the name to hide their special little place. Such as we have special little places where we want to go when we want to be alone, like our bedrooms. See what would happen if you decided to nickname your bedroom. Rather than say keep out, see what happens if you say do not enter my den of play, or do not enter the forbidden bedroom. See what key difference one word, one scary word has. And then comment to me what kind of reviews you have. But always be careful and always be willing to share. But always remember it's good to have private times too. A little area where you can just be yourself. I better head to bed. I've got some stuff I need to finish off. But I hope you join me again for another bedtime story. I'll see you around, my friends. Bye for now.